What's going down? TK coming at you. And, I really been trying to figure out how to get people involved in alternative currency, higher forms of money. And the main question, ask yourself, why would you want to get the government out of your wallet? Why would you want to get the traditional banking system out of your money? When you talk about decentralized currency, you have to look at the benefits that come with you becoming your own bank. So why would you want to become your own bank? Think about removing the constraints. Think about the financial freedom that comes with making your own decisions. When you manage your own life, you manage your own money. But a lot of people don't want that. We live in a microwave society where the entitlement way of thinking is a norm, and people rather ask for handouts than work for their own financial security. So that's probably why people don't really respond to alternative currency. Some people say the concept is too foreign. They only see government promise notes as the only form of money that exists. They don't look at gold currency, silver currency, and cryptocurrency as actual money. And they don't see any value in the asset in terms of having a physical asset that acts as money. So, if you've been programmed to see the government promise note as the only form of money, and you refuse to accept higher forms of money that has a bigger purchasing power, that spends further and gives you the freedom of being your own bank, then I guess there's really nothing I can do to recruit people into this system. And you say, well, why would you want to recruit people? Well, biggest reason is because it creates momentum. The leverage-based income payment systems behind alternative currency actually pay you a commission when you get someone else involved. So it's advantageous to create an income while you build your personal bank. So not only are you saving in alternative currency, you're also earning money and free currency while you build your business. So I reach out through these videos and I try to convey that concept to other people, try to offer the economic freedom of decision making that comes with decentralized money to other people so that they can open those doors. And it comes to a point where you can't say you don't know. You're just saying that you're not interested. You're only interested in paper money. So all of the problems and constraints, all of the supply issues and manipulative factors, all of the inherent systemic issues that are in paper are what you live with. Controlled supply, controlled access, money being created out of thin air, devaluation of the physical money, you being the first person of attack in terms of a bail-in or in terms of the tax that's known as inflation. So all of those factors is what you live with when you personally make the decision to say, I'm not interested in alternative currency. Converting from one form of money to another is not a complicated process. If you convert US dollars to Canadian dollars, it's the same thing as converting US dollars to cryptocurrency or converting US dollars to gold currency or silver currency. You exchange one form of money for another form of money, and then you hold the higher form of money and you receive equity gains as it rises in value. And if you choose to spend it in its higher form, then your money goes further because gold is worth more than paper, silver is worth more than paper, and cryptocurrency is worth more than paper. I told you guys that Bitcoin right now is sitting at plus $400 to $1 US. So if you had one Bitcoin, it spends further than $1 or $100. So the concept is not very hard to grasp, even though a lot of people tell me they don't get alternative currency. They don't get the concept. So it's almost understandable because a lot of people don't get the concept of fractional reserve banking, and a lot of people don't get an understanding on how money is created out of thin air and how devaluation of paper money even works. So concepts like inflation doesn't matter to you because you don't understand what inflation is. But unfortunately, like the little child that touches a hot plate, the child may not understand that the plate is hot, but it doesn't prevent the child from getting burned. So there's a lot of economic global changes that are taking place right now. I told you guys about the petrodollar agreement being challenged, the world reserve currency status being challenged, the brink of Syrian war, the gold fix by China as opposed to the current fix by American forces or G8 forces. The China fix will be based more on supply and demand as opposed to manipulated markets. So there's a whole lot of things that are changing that in spite of the fact that you don't understand the concept, it will affect you. So it's definitely going to affect your paper money, especially seeing you're choosing not to switch to alternative currency. And the end result won't be pretty for the people who choose not to switch, because you're going to find yourself in a Greece, Cyprus situation where, you don't understand why your credit card doesn't work, or you don't understand why your ATM card is not issuing money. But, I guess it's to the point where I can't really effectively influence people. Leadership is the ability to influence people to do something beneficial for their future. And very few people have the leadership ability to influence others to do something. So these videos are not effective in terms of reaching people. These videos don't hit home in terms of why alternative currency is more valuable than paper currency. So I'm always being challenged in terms of, why do you always make videos? Why do you constantly try to help other people? Well, trust me, I do focus on building my own account. I do focus on converting as much of my own money as I can into all three forms of alternative currency. But I understand that if I was successful in recruiting, that I would build faster and I would get more commissions based on the people that I bring into the system. And it also helps the system itself in terms of strengthening alternative forms of currency, because the more people who participate in it, the more people who contribute to that microeconomy. But again, these concepts seem to be too far-fetched. I don't know how to reach you. I don't know how to assist you. I really don't even know how to help people. So the passive, I talked about before in other videos, the passive side of alternative currency allows you to earn equity without sponsoring people. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, there's people that's been involved in cryptocurrency for 8 months, 10 months, and they've built a substantial amount of physical currency. But when the value goes up, they're going to look at 1,000% gains. So that's the passive side of equity gain, where the value goes up based on what you've accumulated. And those people in that position are six-figure earners today without sponsoring anyone, because they aggressively converted paper money to the point where they have at least $100,000 in silver currency, $100,000 in gold currency, and $100,000 in cryptocurrency. So when the value of that currency goes up, it's going to be worth more than 100,000. You're looking at 1,000% gains in some cases. If any of the alternative currencies gets to where Bitcoin is now at $400 to one, and you got involved when it was less than $1, that's the passive side of alternative money. So the information I put out is for a reason. Whether you get it or not,